Since starting self-improvement, I was always asked this one question: why am I so against alcohol? And the truth is, I'm actually not. I just hated who I was whilst I was on alcohol. If we had to go through a day in my life 4-ish years ago, it would be very much something like this. A kid, 16, 17 years old, dropped out of college into the 9 to 5 work-life balance, or more like 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. or something like that, at a restaurant, working 5 days a week, always having the weekend off. And what my life was get up, go to work, usually arrive late, work all day, get back home. When I get back home, after drinking with my colleagues, get back home to continue to drink and play video games. I do that until 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, sleep for a bit, wake up late, get to work late, repeat. I do that over and over and over and over again, looking forward to the moment I could sit on my 2 days off and just game away all day whilst drinking away all day. It wasn't just alcohol, it was lots of other things too, but essentially that was my life for well over a year. No friends, didn't really interact with my family, no nothing. I just had my bottle and I had my screen and I was happy. Is what I told myself every single day, but the truth is I felt terrible. So after hearing my story, you're probably a little bit confused on why I actually wasn't originally just saying, yeah, alcohol's bad, alcohol's bad, alcohol's bad. Because after being sober for over 3 years now, a very interesting question that I've sort of realized and kind of asked myself, being on self-improvement, is alcohol actually bad for you? Is it actually bad? And I believe that there's a yes and there's a no, but we'll get to that very, very soon. For me, yes, alcohol was extremely bad for me. But then again, I was quite an extreme case where I didn't see an issue with it. I had the mindset, oh, I can quit whenever I want, but in reality, I didn't realize how much control it had over my life. Not just alcohol, but video games too. I was quite an extreme case. I needed to so passionately hate it when starting on self-improvement for the very first time in my life. I needed to so passionately hate it, despise it, so I could actually quit. And not just that, stay consistent. Because you can't go off alcohol at once if you're a full-on alcoholic, because your body shuts down, so you have to come off it slowly, which means you have to be consistent, which is hard. And the thing that helped me was basically being passionately against it, to the point where people would ask me this question: why are you so against alcohol? Why don't you ever go out drinking with us anymore? Truth be told, you're probably not in that position. Or at least, I hope not. I hope that you're not in the extreme case that I was in. You see, after being on self-improvement, and all self-improvement really is just improving every aspect in your life, wanting to become the best version of yourself. Physically, mentally, financially, pursuing that mission, that purpose in life that gives you that life satisfaction. Pursuing that purpose that you want to do in life. That's basically all that it really is. But the social is also a part of it too. And I used it as an excuse to essentially, oh, I don't need to talk to people. They're all drinking all the time. I don't need to. Yes, you should surround yourself with the right people, but here is an instance where it is probably okay to drink. If you are someone who's been focused and working really hard, you've started going to the gym, you've started focusing on your mental health and actually improving that and getting that a lot better, you actually actively learn and you inform yourself trying to find out what that purpose in life could be. You actively are going out and trying things. Loads of different things. It could be baking, it could be learning how to get your dream physique and teaching others, it could be becoming a chef, it could be learning a martial art, how to fight. You're trying lots of things, right? And if you're watching this and you're this far, you've probably been doing a lot of the good habits. And every now and then, maybe your family, they will ask you, there's a Christmas party, do you want to come down? And do you want to have a drink? And if you turn around and you're so against it, I feel like that's when your relationship with alcohol can be quite bad. You see, if there's a time where maybe that really close friend, that brotherhood that you have, which are the kind of people in your life you completely and absolutely trust, and it's a special occasion, something's happened, one of them just got engaged, or someone's finally got into a relationship, or your business finally takes off. Think of times like that where if you sit down and genuinely ask yourself, if I have a drink with my brotherhood right now, doesn't affect my progress in any way whatsoever. It's actually going to be enjoyable, it's actually going to be nice, and I'm going to get back on the grind tomorrow, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you genuinely end up having a good, fun time, a bonding experience with those people in your brotherhood, then yeah. Obviously, I mean, this is what, once in a blue moon? If you're doing it every single day, then no, that's not good. But if this is once in a blue moon and you get back right on top of doing the things that are important to you, that feeling of progress, then what's wrong? You shouldn't say no to it all your life. The social side of self-improvement is a thing to improve as well. That's an example when I think it's completely okay to drink whilst being on self-improvement. But let me go for an example when I think it's not okay. When alcohol is not good for you. When you drink alcohol on a daily basis, it's not a once in a blue moon and it's genuinely going to be a fun time with your friends or family, and you're going to continue to focus again on the things that matter. When you drink alcohol, not because of that, you drink alcohol because you're trying to escape reality. When reality in life is so horrible and worse, where you were very much in a similar, possibly, position to as I was 4 years ago. Maybe not the same position, but you probably had the same mindset. Just feeling so lost with no direction, and that it's easier to drink. You go to parties and you drink because you don't have the confidence to talk to that girl. You drink because it's easy, and it's a lot easier than reality. When you're drinking on a daily basis like this, where you don't have control over the alcohol and the alcohol has control over you, man, that's when alcohol is not good for you. That's when alcohol becomes bad, because when reality does hit, and it will come around, you will come off it. The come down from alcohol will happen. When reality does hit, after you've been using it to escape reality, it's going to hit so much harder. And anyone who is maybe slightly more consumed by alcohol than they'd like to admit knows it's always worse after. The hangover is always so much worse. When reality does hit, it hits hard. And then I learned the hard way that drinking all the time to avoid reality is not the way to fix reality. It's not going to fix your problem, it's just running away from it. The actual thing that makes reality better is attacking that problem head on. Focusing on all the good, important habits that make life feel so much more satisfying. Getting into the gym, finally starting to achieve your dream physique for the first time in your life, or at least taking the steps towards it. Actually looking into books that can help you with your mental health, looking in how something mindful and that could work for you. Maybe you try meditation, and maybe you try gratitude journaling, and maybe they work, maybe they don't, but you keep trying to fix that mental health, looking and constantly improving the important aspects in your life, and then falling in love with that progress to the point where you don't need to escape that reality anymore. You found satisfaction in looking forward and searching for what it is you want to do in life, and focusing, improving on all the important things. The thing that fixes reality is not alcohol. It's not escaping it. It's actually attacking it head on. That's what makes the big difference. And it's kind of the only thing that does. I learned that the hard way. Truth is, if I had to answer that question now, is alcohol bad for you? I'd say no. I just hated who I was. And the truth is, I know a lot of people are going to be feeling like that too. Your time is worth a lot more than what you think. You are worth a lot more than what you think. You're valuable. Your time and your mind, they matter. Don't waste it away on something that has complete control over you. So the next time you're thinking of letting it consume your life again, your time matters. And maybe the other way around. Maybe when you've been so focused on this self-improvement for years, maybe even longer than I have, and when your friend, that brotherhood or that family turn around and say, actually, you know what? Something really incredible has just happened. Would you like to go out and have a drink tonight? And if it's not going to affect your progress in any way whatsoever, and you genuinely believe that it was going to be nice and a fun time, there's nothing wrong with that either. I genuinely hope this video helped you. I really, really do. And I know this is the bit that everyone hates, but I am quite a small channel and I've recently just created a whole community. Now, in this community. If you like videos like this, there'll be other like-minded people like that in that community. And going forward, you have specifically YouTube videos tailored to things and issues you guys specifically have. They'll be going forward coffee talks, where we basically have a full-on call with everyone there, personally, like a group call, and we'll talk about those issues or something specific that people want to talk about in the morning on the weekend. Coffee talks. And if you also know me from my series on my YouTube shorts, and if you want to check it out, it's the Toji Project. It's me achieving my dream physique. If you want to know how I did it, my course will also be available on there. I know it's a bit that everyone hates, but it's only going to cost the same amount. It's worth around like $2,000 in total with everything that I put into it, but it's never going to increase in price. It's only 10 quid, and all future courses and everything you get will always stay that price. It will never change. As always, the most important thing, stay consistent and don't give up. Alright, you know what time it is. Self-improve kiss. Mwah!